Alrighty, Six Flags fans, get ready because the announcements are almost upon us. And of course, that means it's time to make our yearly predictions. Now, obviously, if you guys are in the loop, you know that Six Flags and pretty much the entire world has been struggling with the pandemic that's been happening this year. Some parks were able to open while others weren't, and that means that some projects ended up getting delayed. Now, this makes predicting for these parks a little bit easier this year, but that also leaves room for speculation if certain attractions are going to be pushed away or if they're going to be pushed forward for other parks. Now, here's what I'm gonna do breaking this video down. I'm going to start right away with the parks that I believe will be pretty much receiving the same thing that they were supposed to be receiving for 2020, and then move on to the parks that I'm predicting will receive something new. So, without further ado, let's get started with the Six Flags Great Adventure Jersey Devil Coaster. This was one of the biggest projects for Six Flags going in 2020, and of course, most of it has been constructed, but the coaster was delayed because of course people are going to want the biggest coaster for Six Flags to open up in a good year. So Jersey Devil will probably be delayed for 2021. Speaking of coasters being delayed for Six Flags, we head over to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, where Sidewinder Safari is one of the topics of discussion recently. It leaves many people speculating, is the entire ride canceled permanently? Well, I'm optimistic in saying that the ride is pretty much going to open in 2021. These things have to be paid ahead of time anyways, and the fact that Six Flags announced this for 2020 means that they're probably not going to put it off. And they have a good relationship with Zamperla as well, so I don't believe they're going to cancel something like this. And now for Six Flags New England. Now, rumors have speculated on a Screamscape article that an S&S launch coaster would be going to a Six Flags park. Now, originally, I predicted Six Flags New England would be receiving this for 2021. Obviously, since the park never opened, that means that the Supergirl ride never opened as well. So unfortunately, that means the project was pushed to 2021. And honestly, I can't see Six Flags New England getting anything else on top of that. They might add some like smaller ride, maybe a water ride or something. Since their water park, I also predicted was probably going to end up receiving something. Maybe they can advertise 2-for-1. Supergirl Skyflyer and a water park attraction. Next, we have Six Flags St. Louis, and most people were predicting that this park would probably be shifting towards a new RMC Raptor coaster. But I don't think it's going to happen this year. Since they were not able to get open Catwoman's Whip, and they've already advertised it for 2021, that's pretty much all I'm going to predict for this park. Next, we have The Great Escape, and they were supposed to receive the similar type of ride, Outlaw. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I'm just going to call it Outlaw. And there were already some issues going forth with constructing that ride before COVID hit, and obviously I don't see any other reason not to just postpone this until 2021. There is a possibility that the entire project gets canceled considering the issues that they were having with constructing it, but I don't think they're going to cancel it. I think they're just going to delay it because Great Escape needs more thrill rides. Six Flags Magic Mountain, which was heavily rumored to get an RMC Raptor clone to the Jersey Devil, which was of course opening in 2020. Now it's 2021. It seems like track maybe already have been spotted. I'm not 100% sure on that, but a lot of land clearing was going on, and it would be a great addition for not only Six Flags Magic Mountain's 20th coaster, which they were definitely trying to pushed for with West Coast Racers. But this is perfect because this will line up right in time for Magic Mountain's 50th anniversary. So I think this is much better in the long run for their 20th coaster. And I got one more old prediction, and that's Six Flags over Texas. Now, this park clearly was not able to open Aquaman Power Wave, and most of the work on it has already been finished. But since it is a water-based attraction, obviously they want to have it open during the heat of summer. So they pushed that to 2021 opening, which makes sense. And since that technically was able to be finished before 2020, do I think they will receive another attraction in 2021? Sad to say, I don't believe they will. I think since this was delayed until 2021, that'll be the only attraction they get, which is not a terrible attraction. It's the first Power Wave or Mac Power Splash in the United States, so that's always a good thing, is a park getting a first of its kind. Next we have Six Flags Mexico. This park actually was able to open their Zamperla Giant Discovery. So that leaves speculations to what could Six Flags Mexico receive. Now, a lot of people have been tossing different ideas around. So one of the two projects that is going around is for an S&S coaster project. Maybe they could go for an Premier Rides launch coaster at Six Flags Mexico. It would fit well in the park. In the entirety of Mexico, actually, they don't have a modern launch coaster. So this could work well in Six Flags' favor if they put a Premier Rides launch coaster in Six Flags Mexico. It wouldn't take up a lot of space, but it would still be a thrilling ride nonetheless. Next we have Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and they are on track to open their Daredevil flying machines from Zamperla. So what do I see them getting for 2021? I think they will be adding some sort of family ride package. Screamscape mentioned that a Zamperla family ride or family rides would be added sometime to a Six Flags park in 2021. And I've been saying for a while that Six Flags Fiesta Texas has been taking a huge thrill route, so maybe they can get something a little bit on the smaller side. Next we have Frontier City, and this is an interesting idea. Another Screamscape prediction is for an S&S ride. The Screaming Swings is one that I've seen a lot of people throw around, and I've been saying that Six Flags and just parks in general, these Screaming Swings look like really good rides. And what better park to put it at than Frontier City? Frontier City definitely needs new thrill rides in their department. It is a smaller park, but if Six Flags really wanted to show that they want to grow this park regardless of its size, then go with a Screaming Swing. Next we have Six Flags Over Georgia, and this one's kind of interesting because they've already teased for a water-based attraction. Now, nothing in the Screamscape article mentioned a mock power splash, but imagine, Over Texas got rid of their Shoot the Chutes attraction, and Over Georgia is getting rid of theirs. Now, obviously, Six Flags Over Georgia could be hinting at something for their water park, but they did just add something to their not their adjacent water park, but the separated water park. So I don't believe it's going to be a water park attraction. I think they might spring for a second Mac Power Splash coaster in Six Flags Over Georgia. Six Flags Great America. Now this one is pretty interesting. What could they possibly get? Six Flags Great America has been on a great track record so far, and they were supposed to receive a water park attraction. Now, their water park was able to open this year, but I don't know if they were able to open that water coaster Tsunami Surge. As well as for the dry park, which didn't receive anything and didn't open, could they be shooting for a dry park attraction? Knowing well, Great America has been receiving well on the ends of thrill rides and coasters in the last few years, they could be one of the ones to receive a Zamperla Air Race or a Giant Discovery or any thrill ride in the past couple years that Six Flags has been adding. So I'm going to go with a thrilling flat ride for them. And next we have Six Flags Darien Lake. This park was supposed to open a water coaster, not a water coaster, but a water park attraction. The parts are on site, but I don't believe it was able to be fully constructed. Regardless, the park did not open this year, so I think that they'll still be on track to open that water attraction. Would Six Flags be able to spring for another attraction for this park is a big question. They could add in a Zamperla Giant Discovery, which is what I predicted last year. It would fit well in this park. They need a lot of new thrill rides in this park. It would fit really nicely. And finally, for the big topic of discussion is Six Flags America. Now, Six Flags has shown a lot of love to this park recently. They've been doing a lot of interesting things with their Gotham City section. And this year they were supposed to add Harley Quinn. Now, that one is, I confirm, it will be opening probably next year. It is fully constructed, but it has not opened this year yet. And I originally thought, well, it's a shoo-in, it's probably just going to open next year. But a lot of people are saying that perhaps the S&S Air Launch Coaster that Screamscape predicted will be heading to Six Flags America. Which is an interesting prospect because Six Flags America has been on the rise recently. They've been doing a lot of work improving it. And a new coaster is just what the park needed. Nobody would have seen an S&S Air Launch come to the park, but hey, a new coaster is a new coaster. So, do I think Six Flags America will be receiving an S&S Air Launch coaster? I'm not sure, considering Harley Quinn hasn't opened, but boy, would that be great. And with that, I believe I've covered all the parks except for Luron because, well, they're opening Viper, which is Green Lantern, next year. That's just set in stone. Like, nothing else is going to be added to Luron. So with that, I'll head out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, if you have any comments on anything that you think might happen instead, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.